Coming up, your front row seat to the new winter releases.
Yes, whether we like them or not, they're coming our way.
And we'll give you a preview of what we're in for this winter right now on Critical Mass.
Hello and welcome to the Critical Mass Winter Preview for 2014. I'm Kent Dunn from Showtime Showdown.
I'm Rich Bonaduce from TheRealPlace.com, and we're coming to you from the Art House Cinema 502 on historic 25th Street in Ogden, Utah. Please check out their Facebook page and their own website, and in your own area, please support independent cinema.
Sadly, we don't have much time to get into the indies. We have a lot of movies to cover and only 23 minutes to do it, so let's get this ball rolling.
But we will talk about indies for a whole segment, I promise, when we get back to our proper show and we're reviewing them. But for now, let's get into Lone Survivor. It's an action drama based on a true story about the failed 2005 SEAL team mission called Operation Red Wings.
It stars Mark Wahlberg, Emil Hirsch, and a bulked-up Taylor Kitsch, who is badly in need of a hit after John Carter and Battleship. Let's take a look.
This op is compromised. We got two options. One, let them go.
And the second that they run down there, we got Taliban on our backs.
Two, we terminate the compromise.
Not killing kids. We do what we have to do. They are unarmed.
I think we did the right thing. Isn't that how things work? Good things happen to good people? Mikey, you see this? I'm about ready to punch that time card. Do it.
We can take them, but we're gonna need a new spot! Fall back! You mean fall off?
We're moving!
You know, I'm not too sure about this one, Rich. It's the same director and same actor from Battleship. It was a monstrosity 2 years ago. I'm worried it'll be the same mistake this time around.
Although, I'm wondering, what were people expecting? A movie about a board game?
That's true. I'll give it that. It could be better this time around. It's a war movie, so it does have an audience.
They even had the D4 and the dropping. They actually worked Battleship into Battleship. I couldn't believe it.
I'll give it a chance.
Okay. Well, anyway, Lone Survivor is coming your way January 10th, and it's rated R.
Also expanding its reach on January 10th is the new effort by Spike Jonze called Her.
Her?
Yes, Her. Spike Jonze obviously did Being John Malkovich. This movie, Her, stars Joaquin Phoenix, Amy Adams, and the voice of Scarlett Johansson. Now, Rich, I know you're a big fan of this movie.
And I know you're not.
I'm not really. It's a really slow-moving. It felt like a real relationship. It drags on. It just wasn't for me.
Okay, I liked it because it did feel like a real relationship, but set, in the slight future. And I don't want to blow it for you, but it's not quite a normal relationship.
It's not quite a normal relationship.
However, I think people can see themselves in it and can see themselves doing things in past relationships and going, oh my gosh, I've done that. And for some people who like escapism, they don't want to see themselves in it too much.
No.
But I thought it was ridiculously clever, and well, let's take a look at it.
Mr. Theodore Twombly, welcome to the world's first artificially intelligent operating system. We'd like to ask you a few questions. Are you social or antisocial?
I guess I haven't been social in a while.
How would you describe your relationship with your mother? Thank you. Please wait as your operating system is initiated.
Hello, I'm here.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Samantha. Good morning, Theodore.
Morning.
You have a meeting in 5 minutes. You want to try getting out of bed?
You're too funny.
Okay, good, I'm funny. Falling in love is a crazy thing to do. It's kind of like a form of socially acceptable insanity.
I've never loved anyone the way I love you.
Me too. Now we know how.
Her is rated R and expands January 10th.
Now, here's one I know that we're both fans of already, only from the trailer, because we haven't seen this one yet.
Do we have to see it?
Well, they have to see it. If you've seen it already, I'm sure it's burned into your brain. This is I, Frankenstein, from the folks that brought you the Underworld series. Aaron Eckhart, really beefed up, really scarred up. It's kind of an action hero take on Frankenstein, and I'm not sure even from the trailer, if I'm really thrilled about it.
It's Frankenstein versus gargoyles. Do we need to see this?
It's Matrix Frankenstein. He's the one. He's going to save us all. And check it out.
I was given life 200 years ago. I am like none other.
You have strength and speed and stamina, far beyond that of any human. You could use those gifts in a war that you are already a part of.
This ends tonight.
I, Frankenstein is rated PG-13 and opens January 24th.
And just at the tail end of January is a movie that we could finally get behind. It's brought to us by Jason Reitman, who made Up in the Air and Juno. This movie is called Labor Day. It stars Kate Winslet as a depressed single mother and Josh Brolin as an escaped convict who finds love while on the run and hiding out at Kate Winslet's house.
Because that would happen.
Obviously.
It would happen to me if I stayed at Kate Winslet's house.
And you were an ex-convict. Sure. Well, basically, this movie is going to be interesting because Jason Reitman has really only made, sarcastic comedies.
True.
This one doesn't look to be comedic at all.
You're kind of hoping there is something in there to lighten the mood because it does seem heavy.
You hope so. It's from the perspective of the son in the movie. It looks a little dark, and it looks like the trailer kind of gave away too much with Brolin and Winslet's past.
You think they get together?
I think they were together and get together again.
Let's see.
How far are the train tracks from your backyard?
Running.
Limping.
20 minutes, maybe.
People come over. Often, randomly. Friends, salesmen, or religious people.
I'll make a run for it tonight, and I can stay out of your way until then.
I mean, they don't notice if I went quiet. Even for a little bit.
I just escaped from prison. The last place I want to go is back.
I'm stronger than you think.
I don't doubt that.
And I won't let anything happen to my son.
He's in good hands.
Labor Day is rated PG-13 and opens January 31st.
And does not open on Labor Day.
Strangely enough.
Don't get confused. But stick around because Kent and I are going to take you on a tour of what else is coming winter, well, basically February.
Yes, and a whole bunch of remakes for your Valentine's Day.
Yes, and later on in March, a fan-produced movie, basically, multi-million-dollar movie, finally hits the big screen.
Welcome back to our winter preview. I'm Kent Dunn.
And I'm Rich Bonaduce, and I want to start something near and dear to my heart. February's movies kick off with the Lego Movie.
Hello, I'm Emmett. I'm just going to come right out. I have no idea what's going on at all.
Relax, everybody. I'm here.
Batman? Awesome! Could you make one of these in orange?
I only work in black, and sometimes very, very dark gray.
Now, Rich, why are you so excited about the Lego Movie?
Because they're Legos! I mean, I played with them as a kid. I even have Marvel's PS3 Lego game. It's a lot of fun, and it is PG.
Okay.
It's one of those family movies you can take your kids to and not worry about, this word's going to slip through because it's PG-13.
Sure, and it seems like a movie that you can enjoy, that your kids can enjoy, basically for everyone. And Batman is in it.
Batman is in it, although I am confused. The guys that are making it also made 21 Jump Street.
And it's PG?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I'm excited.
We'll see how they do it.
Perfect.
Anyway, the Lego Movie opens February 7th and is rated PG.
All right, another movie that's opening the same weekend that's sure to please is an action/drama called The Monuments Men.
You want to go into a war zone and tell our boys what they can and cannot blow up. That's the idea.
If you would just read the orders.
I'll tell you what these orders say. Don't knock out
Colonel,
old
to be
building.
fair.
Do not interrupt me, Lieutenant.
We're going to start with a friend in Paris who's going to have some idea of where the French art has been hidden.
How can I help you steal our stolen art?
The Nazis are taking everything with them, so we have to get as close to the front as we can. Look at this.
It says if Hitler dies or if Germany falls, they're to destroy everything. Everything.
Now, Rich, let me tell you why I'm a little worried about the Monuments Men.
Let me hear it, because look at it.
You know, it was supposed to be an Oscar movie, but they delayed it.
It might still be.
No, in fact, George Clooney pushed it back. He didn't want it in contention. He said he couldn't quite balance the comedy, the drama, the action. So I think it might be kind of a mess.
Okay, they do have a great cast.
That's true.
But they are a very comedically talented cast.
Yes.
And you're talking about Nazis stealing art, destroying it. So yeah, it might be. Maybe that's why they're really not sure of what the rating is, too.
Yeah, and, you know, it's not yet rated. It will be rated PG-13, most likely.
Probably.
And it releases February 7th.
There you go. Now, Valentine's Day falls on a Friday this year, which means you're going to get 5 releases to choose from for your date night.
Great.
Yeah, I'm sure they're all awesome. And we're
Yeah,
only
sure.
going to talk about 3 of them, and all 3 of them are remakes.
All right, now 2 of these movies are aimed squarely at the Valentine's dating crowd. The first of which is a remake of About Last Night. The original starred Rob Lowe and Demi Moore back in 1986.
But this one stars the recently hot motor mouth Kevin Hart, who seems to be in everything.
Oh, Danny! Who said it first?
She did.
Women approach that phrase with a tactical strategy normally reserved for an anti-terrorist strike team. This was no accident. That was an ambush.
Is it that bad to be the first one to say it?
Yes, it is. And whoever says I love you first
cares more.
Let's just go to his place, move your stuff out, start a new life in another state, disappear.
Well, that just looks terrible.
What? Don't mince words or anything.
Sure. I mean, there we had Chris Tucker. I mean, Kevin Hart. Exactly. Just talking a lot, which is great for some people, not for me. Probably for you.
No, I'm all right with Kevin Hart. I'm glad it just wasn't Tracy Morgan. I don't think that guy's very funny. But I do think it's interesting that they're remaking it at all, for
Sure,
one thing.
yeah.
And that they've flipped the script a bit with the African-American cast.
Yeah.
And the guy that's directing it directed Hot Tub Time Machine.
You know, wait, Tyler Perry didn't direct Hot Tub Time Machine.
No.
Oh, well. I know this film's not yet rated,
That's true, too.
but it does come out February 14th.
Yes. Also on February 14th, another date night movie, right squarely, Endless Love. Yes, the remake with...
Isn't that just a song?
Well, it was a song, too. In
Sure.
fact, it was the greatest love story ever told.
That's what they told us.
That's what they said. Yes, Lionel Richie and Dinah Russ had a huge hit on their hands with the theme for Endless Love. It was probably the prom theme of every prom that year, so they went, let's make a movie.
Sure, why not?
Let's remake it.
Okay.
But we don't have Brooke Shields, so we stick in go-to pretty boy Alex Pettyfer.
You know, the story is pretty much the same. I mean, we have the rich parents trying to protect their underage, privileged daughter away from the good-looking bad boy.
Now, this is not yet rated, but the original was rated R. But the trailer...
It's pretty racy.
It is.
It is. This basically looks like Nicholas Sparks, you know, so it will be PG-13, I'm sure.
Nicholas Sparks with a little more skin.
Okay.
That's pretty much it.
All right, way to sell it.
Yeah, if neither one of those is your speed, we do have yet another remake for you that nobody wanted to see because the original was just fine the way it was.
Are you sure?
That's the way I feel. Robocop.
Let's go with black.
Quality control, EM 208 versus Tin Man.
We are going to make a lot of money.
Now, the original Robocop was rated R, but I think they're going to probably push this to PG-13 because they want a wider audience.
You're right.
But I also don't think they're doing all the comedy, and I think it's going to fall on its face, kind of like Total Recall's remake did.
It will be a standard action movie released pre-summer that no one really cares about and forgets about right after it's released.
Which is a real shame, because it's Robocop!
It's Robocop.
Oh, well. And it's coming out February 14th, and it's not yet rated, but it's probably going to be PG-13.
And that's the Valentine's movie I will see.
Me too.
And now for the I think I know how this movie ends department. Director Paul W.S. Anderson takes a break from making movies from video games and is now working on movies about historical natural disasters, this time with Pompey.
Whatever is happening here, live with me. My God is gonna stop it now.
Now, to me, this looks like Titanic. In other words,
Yeah, sure does.
they made up a couple, and they're going to live through this disaster, and maybe they both die. or only one of them does?
I'm saying they turned to stone.
But
Spoiler alert.
But maybe only one of them turns to stone because the thing they're hiding under can't hide both of them. So
Don't let go.
yeah, exactly.
So Pompey is released February 21st and is rated PG-13.
Now we have a pair of midlife crisis movies. Older actors trying to remake themselves as action heroes, and one of them's doing a pretty good job of it. The other one is Kevin Costner. And here's his movie, 3 Days to Kill.
Are you done? Are you really done working for them?
What's happening to me?
You're sick, Ethan.
But I could offer you an experimental drug that might just give you your life back.
So I buy back my life by killing for you.
That's the job. You have 3 days to kill.
Kevin Costner's 3 Days to Kill is not yet rated, but it comes out February 21st.
The following weekend, we have Liam Neeson coming back as a geriatric tough guy. This time he's a U.S. Air Marshal on a plane that gets hijacked in NonStop.
This is a setup. Something else is going on.
The FBI, the White House, and Interpol are confirming reports that an international flight has been hijacked by an air marshal.
Now, I think Kevin Costner's trailer looks like a lot of other trailers, and
Sure
I think
does.
Liam Neeson's trailer gives way too much away.
Yeah. I think we saw every plot twist.
Yeah. In fact, I think the tagline for NonStop is something like, "The hijacking was just the beginning." Thanks. I thought that was the plot, but no, he gets framed for the hijacking too, and I feel like I've seen the movie.
We've seen both movies already, so there's no need to talk about them further.
So no need to go see them on February 21st or the 28th. One is not yet rated, and NonStop is rated PG-13.
And that finishes up February. A lot of offerings for a very short month.
And we left out Vampire Academy.
You know, there's a reason we didn't talk about Vampire Academy.
You're welcome.
But I'm sure we'll have to talk about it when it actually is released.
That's true. When we have our regular review show in weeks to come, I'm sure we'll talk about it then. But for now, we'll be back and talk about the rest of the winter season, basically March.
And we'll finish up our previews when Critical Mass returns. Welcome back to Critical Mass's Winter Preview. Now we are going to continue with the movies of March.
Most of March. Part of March.
Part of March. By that time, spring will be sprung. And we will give you another preview show for your enjoyment. But first, we'll talk about a movie coming up on March 7th. It's the sequel to the 2006 blockbuster 300. This time, it's 300 Rise of an Empire.
Yes, this sequel follows a chain of events 8 years after the... No, I'm just kidding. But it did take 8 years to make this sequel.
It sure did.
At the time, 300 was kind of groundbreaking filmmaking, but now I'm wondering if it's just going to be, hey, I saw that 8 years ago. It looks a heck of a lot the same.
Yeah, I don't think it's necessary.
Yeah, it's a cash grab.
Yeah, and who really cares? It's a prequel, sequel, doesn't really matter.
Yeah, in fact, does anyone care about what happened afterwards? Seriously.
Probably.
No?
Anyways, for those of you who do care, it will be released on March 7th, and it will be rated R.
Now, opening that same weekend, something I know we're both pretty excited about. Wes Anderson's latest offering, the Grand Budapest Hotel.
Why do you want to be a lobby boy?
Who wouldn't? At the Grand Budapest, sir.
And so my life began. Junior lobby boy in training under the strict command of Monsieur Gustave H.
The police are here.
Tell them I'll be right down. She's been murdered, and you think I did it.
All right, so this is Wes Anderson in his most Wes Andersoniest. He relies on a cast of the same people with a few, friendly faces. And people either love him or they feel apathetic towards his filmmaking.
He's kind of hit or miss with me.
Sure.
I am looking forward to this one, but I love Moonrise Kingdom. But there were some of his Life Aquatic was a little iffy for me. And,
Sure.
So I'm looking forward to it, but the jury's out, even from the trailer.
The thing is, he provides fun quirkiness, but the thing is, it's still fun.
Yeah. The Grand Budapest Hotel is rated R and opens March 7th.
All right, and finally, in mid-March, we have two movies with strong ties to TV. The first is Need for Speed. This movie stars Aaron Paul, otherwise known as Breaking Bad's Jesse, everyone's favorite junkie. And he stars as a framed ex-convict. He's in a cross-country race in a quest for revenge. because that sounds reasonable.
There's an APB out for your arrest in 10 states. Maybe we should rethink the plan.
I'm never gonna stop.
It makes me sad to see Aaron Paul in a movie like this.
Me too.
It's basically Fast and Furious, but with Cannonball Run.
yeah, exactly. And just throw them together, add Aaron Paul, it will make money.
I feel like he's a better actor than this, but I guess if you enjoy that kind of thing, it will come out on March 14th, and it is not yet rated.
Now, also on March 14th is a movie basically produced by the fans. It's called Veronica Mars. And if you're a fan, you already know it's coming because you probably gave some money to it. There was a Kickstarter program. 31,000 of you donated upwards of $5.7 million to make this.
You must be so proud. I'd stop there. Oh, what are you gonna do? Use your stun gun on me? Don't you think that's gotten a bit old? Original enough for you?
I didn't know Veronica Mars was all that big of a deal at the time, that people were going to care now about putting her on the big screen, especially donating all that money to do it.
Yeah, and if you've seen the trailer, it looks like fan service. They made this for the fans. This may not win any new fans, but people will love it.
Hey, maybe it's the wave of the future. If we want something made, we get a Kickstarter program to kickstart the movie.
We produce it.
You never know.
Fantastic.
What would you want?
Ooh, Firefly again?
There you go. I'll donate some money to that.
Okay.
Well, not now.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Thanks.
Anyway, it's coming out March 14th, and I'm assuming it's going to be rated PG-13. They're not going to want to alienate anyone in there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that is it. That is our winter preview for 2014. Stick around because in our upcoming shows, we're actually going to get back to reviewing movies that we have actually seen. And
for example, Paranormal Activity, the marked ones.
And The Legend of Hercules, as well as a bunch of indies.
Yeah, exactly. Because we like to go to movies and then tell people how much we hate them.
That's going to be our new tagline. We went to the movie and we hated it.
Yeah, so I'm Kent Dunn, and you can check out my stuff at ShowtimeShowdown.com.
And I'm Rich Bonaduce. You can check out my stuff at TheRealPlace.com, which is REEL, as in real. And make sure to like our show on Facebook. We'd also like to thank the folks at Art House Cinema 502, The Movie Grill, and our excellent crew here on the show, Critical Mass.
Until next time, remember, it's not cynical, just critical.
With love.
With love.